A fight for the right to beat.
Set, ready? 18 Gator.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Ready?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
2nd and 1. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time. We ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
A look at the numbers a week ago for Lindsey. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
18 big yards on that one and a Denver first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you go lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his tight end Fant. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, they're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Touchdown, Broncos!
Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Watch the slant.
They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. Flexing his muscle at the 30. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Deshaun Hamilton, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. There was a...
Go now. 10 Lobo.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Deep grip.
On 1st down, it's Lindsey. It's a talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. They go play action here on first down. Pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Darren Lee just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. They'll look to throw. This one complete to Theo Riddick. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 30-yard line. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. A gain of 3, second down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target, and it's third down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. On third down, here's Lindsay. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Over the middle, he's got Deshaun Hamilton. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Deshaun Hamilton with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos push further out in front. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves...
Let's go. 8, read.
Ricky.
Ready.
They'll run on first down. Lindsay. He'll have a first down past the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
We got 3. We got 3.
18 Gator.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Hey, let's get in that hard.
On first down, it's Lindsay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's caught. Smith. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Here's a 2nd and 7. Got a man. That's complete to Hamilton. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. 23 yards, the final tally. 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They're going to look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Noah Fant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front.
And remember, partner, that's
Come on, set. 10 logo.
Mike, I'm coming for you. You must.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Caught. It's Ellington. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Lindsey. Fights free yet again. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Janovich, the fullback. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Andy Janovich, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. And, boy, that was a heavy set.
Ready, set.
53, check, 53,
They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now a carry for Lindsey. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On second down, Freeman. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. You think back to 2018, many people thought it would be Royce Freeman taking over as the lead back in Denver. Spent a third-round pick on him, but it was Philip Lindsay who would be in the catbird seat as the #1 running back. But still for Freeman, not a bad rookie campaign, 521 yards and 5 touchdowns as the backup. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Freeman again, a first down carry. And he's got this down to the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Here's Riddick. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it.
Welcome in, everybody.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, G.
Two.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here's Lindsey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A look at the numbers a week ago for Lindsey. Very, very strong, well over 100 yards.
He should get the ball early and often here, too. I mean, when you're riding the performance of last week into this game, his confidence level has to be off the charts. Go ahead and keep feeding him.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Set. 15, Lonnie. 15 yards.
Defense, keep it up, guys.
Five.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Darius Leonard, he's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 5. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Let's go.
Not too many teams will use a 1st-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the 1st round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
50, come on. Right here, right here.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got Smith here. the 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Torrey Smith, 76 yards, and the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
I don't think you got it, sir.
Now.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
53, Mike, 53. Yeah, let's get set.
They'll drop to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a timeout called with 3. Field goal range.
Ready?
50's the mark. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lindsey. Darius Leonard, last year's leading tackler as a rookie in the NFL, in on the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He may try and run for this. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
That's it, baby. We go run.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to do.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsay with touchdown number 8 on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score.
Break.
58 to Mike.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. This is the tight end fan. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play.
Let's go. 15 line. 15 line.
On 1st down, Lindsey. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Now back to throw. He's got this complete to Hamilton. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Theo Riddick, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Ready? 8, read.
Mike 58, right there. Focus, defense, focus.
Go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Airing it out for Hamilton. And, oh, it's complete. What a catch at the 7. A huge play there for Denver. 54 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Philip Lindsay, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
Ready, set.
58, come on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. It's caught. Smith. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Back to throw. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Broncos will use...
60 Pittsburgh. Snap.
They'll look to throw. Airing one deep for Riddick. This is caught at the 20. A huge play there in overtime. 58 yards. Explosion plays always break the back of a defense. In overtime to put them in the red zone, that was huge.
I like your description there, because when you get an explosion play, now people are really scrambling on defense. Now they're looking to each other. Who's going to step up? Who's going to make a play? Offensive guys have the momentum. Now they're in the red zone. They've got to be thinking attack, trying to get it into the end zone.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lindsey, and he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's go. 90, Wolf.
50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Check tight end.
Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll run it now out of the gun.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
It's hauled in by Ellington. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. His first catch, and it's a big one in overtime. It's a first down. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage you gain there is really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Denver, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they will head back home next week.